Iran rejects calls for restraint. August 15, 2024. Iran's foreign ministry rejected calls for restraint in its response to the killing of a Hamas leader in Tehran, saying the pleas from France, Germany, and Britain lack political logic and contradict principles of international law. The three European countries issued a statement on Monday calling on Iran and its allies to refrain from attacks against Israel. Without any objection to the crimes of the Zionist regime, Israel, the E3 statement impudently requires Iran not to respond to a violation of its sovereignty and territorial integrity, Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson Nasser Kanani said. Kanani called on Paris, Berlin, and London to once and for all stand up against the war in Gaza and the warmongering of Israel. Iran's president on Monday told Britain's Prime Minister that Iran has a right to retaliate against Israel over the killing of Hamas official Ismail Haniyeh, and retaliation would discourage future aggression, according to a report by Iran's official IRNA news agency. Meanwhile, White House National Security spokesperson John Kirby warned that Israel and its allies must be prepared for what could be a significant set of attacks from Iran as soon as this week. In response to growing tensions, U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin on Sunday ordered the USS Georgia, a guided missile submarine, to the Middle East and told the USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier strike group to accelerate its transit to the region. Asked whether the submarine announcement was a message to Iran, Pentagon Press Secretary Major General Pat Ryder said, "Absolutely. We're trying to send a message, which is we're looking to de-escalate the situation, that we're looking to have capabilities in the region to protect our forces, while also support the defense of Israel," Ryder told reporters at the Pentagon on Monday. In addition to the call for restraint, the European leaders expressed full support for efforts to reach a ceasefire and a hostage release deal in Gaza, along with the unfettered delivery of humanitarian aid. They also endorsed the latest push by the United States, Qatar, and Egypt to broker an agreement to end the Israel-Hamas war. Ari Circurel, Assistant Director of Foreign Policy at the Jewish Institute for National Security of America, said while there may be a ceasefire at some point, the hostages are Hamas' last point of leverage. Hamas has repeatedly rejected Israel's efforts to reach a ceasefire and hostage deal, and unfortunately, it's really unclear at this time what, if anything, would change that approach, Circurel said. On Monday, Hamas said its soldiers killed one Israeli hostage and wounded two others. A spokesperson for the Hamas militants Abu Obaida blamed the murder by the hostage guard on what he said was an Israeli massacre of Palestinians. He said two Israeli female hostages were injured in a separate incident.